Imagine having a conversation by flicking switches. That is what a computer processor is. Billions of microscopic switches turning on and off to handle data. The only language a computer's hardware actually understands is machine language. It is a raw stream of ones and zeros that tells those tiny switches exactly what to do. It is incredibly fast, but for a human, a screen full of binary is impossible to read. To make things easier, we created high-level languages. These use familiar English words like print or if, so we can easily read the code. The catch is that a processor cannot understand English directly. It only knows those electrical pulses. This creates a challenge. We need a way to write instructions that make sense to us, but that can still control the raw hardware underneath. To solve this, we use a mid-level language. The C programming language is the most famous. It acts as a bridge, giving us the readability of a high-level language while maintaining the speed and control of the low-level ones. C was created in 1972 at Bell Labs by computer scientist Dennis Ritchie. He designed it specifically to help programmers talk more effectively to hardware. Because C is so efficient at interacting with the machine, it is used to build the core parts of our most important technology. The foundational systems of Windows, Mac, and Linux were all built using C. Most of the software that makes our modern computers work is built on C, allowing our devices to run quickly even with limited memory. But C cannot translate itself. To turn our words into binary, we use software called a compiler. You can think of it as a master translator. This chart shows the process. A programmer writes instructions, creating source code. The compiler translates this text into an object file of binary digits. Finally, a linker combined it with other code to create an executable program your computer can run. Your source code is just a text file you wrote. The compiler is what converts those words into something that can actually perform a task on your device. Writing code is very similar to writing a normal English sentence. You're just learning a new set of rules for how to put thoughts together. Look at this comparison. In English, you combine letters to make words. In C, you combine letters and numbers to create constants, values that never change, and keywords, which are specific command words the language already knows. When you put those keywords and numbers together in a specific order to solve a problem, you have created an algorithm. It is essentially a step-by-step recipe for the computer to follow. Programming isn't a form of math magic. It is simply learning a new grammar so you can write a clear paragraph of instructions for the machine. Let's look at how we would write a simple instruction to make the computer display a welcome message on your screen. To do that, we need these 5 lines of code. It looks complicated at first, but each part has a very simple job. This first line tells the compiler to grab a set of pre-made tools from a library. We need these specific tools so the computer knows how to output text to the screen. The line int main is like the front door of your program. This is the exact spot where the computer starts reading your instructions. These curly braces act like a container. They hold all the steps of our algorithm in one place, so the computer knows they belong together. Finally, we use printf followed by our message. Notice that semicolon at the end. Just like a period ends an English sentence, that semicolon tells the compiler that this specific instruction is finished. By learning the grammar of these few lines, you have successfully crossed the gap. You have learned the basics of how to tell a machine exactly what you want it to do.